Hello everyone, I'm Cole from the Kingdom, and today we're talking about my ideas for vampires appearing in Dragon Age. This isn't an idea made entirely from scratch. Vampirism does exist in Thedas. In this codex entry we read that hunger abominations usually end up becoming cannibals or vampires. I believe this is the only mention of them, but it's enough to convince me they exist. So from here on, it's all me. Here's how a strain of vampirism starts. It happens when a powerful blood mage is possessed by a powerful hunger demon. If the blood mage isn't experienced or powerful enough, they'll end up just your standard abomination, which is still bad, but not a vampire. Likewise, if the hunger demon isn't powerful enough, same thing. So a hunger demon can't just pick any random blood mage and become a vampire, and a blood mage can't just pick any random hunger demon to become a vampire. They both have to be very powerful. Add that to the fact that most people have enough sense to not become vampires, and you can see why they're so rare. But when a sufficiently powerful blood mage does join with a sufficiently powerful hunger demon, they create a vampire alpha. Alpha vampires have powerful magic, as you'd expect, but they need a lot of blood. Most that are bitten will die from either blood loss or the curse itself. Those that don't die almost always become vampires themselves. Regular vampires don't need nearly as much blood as alphas, and the curse isn't strong enough at this point to infect their victims. However, the longer they live, the curse grows, and the more likely it is that their victims will turn. Although the likelihood of death remains pretty much the same throughout the vampire's lifespan. Vampires are not immortal, but they do live significantly longer than most others. If not killed, they can survive around 350 years. Vampires are also very strong and fast, and heal faster than normal, all a result of the curse. Sunlight does sap this power, and it may hurt a bit, but it won't kill them. Also, these powers will dwindle if they don't feed. In addition to dwindling powers, the vampire will suffer progressively worse fatigue and soreness. Eventually, every slight movement will be agony. And the worst part is that, as a result of the curse, they won't die. So they could choose not to feed, but most people won't have the mental fortitude to withstand this. Also, feeding will become somewhat addictive due to the effects of withdrawal. It's like a huge relief. I should also add that mage blood is tasteless to vampires, as in, feeding from mages will not cure their hunger. The reason I decided this was, I don't know. I felt like they should have some sort of limitation as to who they can feed from. The lore reason for this is that mages have a strong connection to the Fade. The curse is magical by nature, but it's created from blood magic, which is independent from the Fade. So feeding off mage blood is superfluous, like pouring water on water to make it more wet. Now when it comes to vampirism in history, the most recent recorded epidemic was in Tevinter after the Qunari conquered Saharan. A magister became a vampire and hoped to turn all his slaves and soldiers into an army, though Tevinter immediately sent people to stop him. That's generally how vampires are treated in Thedas. One exists, it needs to be killed immediately, no questions asked. Typically, hunting vampires is a duty that would fall to the Seekers of Truth. For a more immediate response, the local Templars would be called. The Templars' ability to suppress magic does work in weakening the curse somewhat. So like a 30% decrease to strength and speed. Mind you, that means they're still pretty damn fast and strong. If neither the Templars or Seekers are readily available, anyone with a sword will likely take action. It's because of this unspoken protocol that there is no known cure for vampirism, and study carries more stigma than studying demons. Though without this protocol, vampirism may have destroyed the world sooner than the Blight. And I think that's about it. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you later.